Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of the Agile PMP. CJ Mills here. So we're going to talk about SMART goals. SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, or specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So it's an acronym, right? And so with your projects, I want you guys to be able to use this and to make sure that you're using this acronym so that you can have a good way to measure your performance and to be able to measure the planning of it and to be able to make sure that your goals are going to be relevant. So SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely, or time bound. So I just got done watching the Dodger game. I bleed Dodger blue. Huge Dodger fan. We beat the Cubbies today. Go Dodgers. We're 1-1 in the series. And so I want to talk about a crucial point. There was a point where the manager was going to take Clayton Kershaw out. Now, you guys might not follow baseball, but Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher in baseball, probably the last 5 years, hands down. I know Madison Bumgarner's done his thing, a couple other pitchers, but any of you guys that follow baseball, Clayton Kershaw, #1 man. So we are in the bottom of the 7th inning, and he's got one runner on, and the manager comes and he's ready to take him out. And he comes up, gives a whole little clap of his hands, and sort of like, give me the ball. And he was very specific. At that moment, one man on, Dodgers are up 1-0. If that runner scores, they're tied. Worse yet, if that runner hits a home run, like they hit that grand slam a couple nights ago, well, then there goes the lead. So specific. Clayton Kershaw, how are you doing? Right? And now we can measure that. Right? Here goes the measurement part. How many pitches have you thrown? You're working on short days rest. What do you look like? Are you laboring for the pitches? Are guys getting good swings? Are they putting good wood on the ball? Are they hitting the ball solid, making really good contact? You can measure those things. You can measure them qualitatively and just, how you feel, your gut feeling. And you can measure them quantitatively. How many pitches has he thrown? Where's his velocity? Is he starting to lose miles per hour? Is he no longer throwing 94, 95, but he's throwing 90, 92? Okay, so that's the measurement part. Then attainable. And the question becomes, can he get this last guy out? Does he have enough left in the tank? Can he get this guy? Is it attainable? Can he do it, or should we go to the bullpen? And at that point, they wanted to bring in their closer, who, if they bring the closer in at that point, you're asking him to get 7 outs. You're asking him to come out for the bottom of the 7th, get 1 out, come back out, sit down, then come back out in the bottom of the 8th, get 3 outs, sit down again, and come back out in the bottom of the 9th and get 3 more outs. That's a difficult thing to do for closers who typically only pitch 1 inning. So we talked about specific, measurable, attainable, relevance. That's the relevance of going out there and leaving the ball in your ace's hands. Clayton Kershaw, we're going to give you the ball. We're going to let you close this thing out because it's very relevant that we get you 1 more out so you get a complete 7 innings, but we also get our closer, Kenley Jansen, the opportunity to only have to come out once. Pitch 2 innings, go out there and pitch, sit down once, and then come back out for the next round. Get 6 outs instead of 7. Very huge. That's what's relevant. And then time-bound. Time-bound meaning you can only come out so many times as a manager to talk to your pitcher. All right. At some point, if you come out more than once in an inning, you've got to take the ball. All right. So at that point, it's now or never. He came out for a quick conversation. Usually they'll send the pitching coach out. They happen to this time Dave Roberts. They call him Doc. He happened to come out himself. And usually when the manager comes out, he's taking that ball from his pitcher. But when you got the #1 guy in there, he also has relevance. He has relevance to be able to look the manager in the eye and say, you know what? I got this for you, Doc. I got 1 more in me. I can get this guy out. It's attainable. I can do it. I'm still throwing well. We've shut down the last few guys. Measurable. You can see that. And it's specific. 1 guy. Give me this 1 guy. I'll get you this 1 out. And I'll tell you what, that guy crushed the ball. That guy crushed the ball, hit it to dead center field in Wrigley Field. I mean, I don't know how many other ballparks would have held that ball in. It would have been a home run. And many other ballparks, and the Dodgers would be down 2-1. They probably would have lost this game, but hats off to Clayton Kershaw for making a good pitch, but probably hats off to that guy for putting good swing on it. He just didn't, he didn't have enough power to get it out the ballpark, but our center fielder caught it, Jock Peterson, and that was it. And then our closer came in and he shut it down for the last 2 innings, and the Dodgers got the win. So this is a very smart game. They've been talking about Dave Roberts making all kinds of moves. Professional sports, every game is a project. It's temporary. The game has a definite beginning and an end. There's a goal for each of those games. You guys, NFL's in right now. NFL's the ultimate form of project management. We'll get into that on another day. Right now we're talking baseball. So SMART, remember that. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Make sure that the projects that you guys take on, whether it's sports or some of you guys own businesses, some of you guys own restaurants, or some of you guys are raising kids. Some of you guys are going back to school. Some of you guys are doing do-it-yourself projects. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you make it smart. So that's it. Please share this video. And as always, create solutions, adapt processes, and think strategically.